That's actually as high as it goes. I'm not sure why. Maybe the Genesis is messing up. I don't know.
Are we live still with audio or? Okay. Also, okay. Quick update, real quick, pancakes.
Yes.
Pioneer should be available as a backup if things don't go good with Tommy.
All right.
I'm talking
Thank
to
you.
him right now. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And so yeah, you guys, this game, there's definitely going to be a ton more glitches than what we saw in Sonic 2. You know, a little bit. I think everyone would agree that the 6 tapping is a little bit easier in this game than it is in Sonic 2. So that'll be a little bit better for our runners. And yeah, you know, I think the some scary points of the run can be like launch base. If either player gets Lava Reef 1 in the run, that is definitely going to save a significant amount of time over the other. And so yeah,
Carnival Night can just troll you at any time. So.
Yep. Okay, boys, I want a good clean fight. I want no hits below the belt. Remember to endorse Coca-Cola. Are we good to start though?
I'm good on my end.
Whatever you want.
I'm not sure.
We're in before audio gets fixed and everyone has their ears blown out. Grey Wobbler, what's wrong with the audio? Tell us before we start. Everybody drink Pepsi. Go.
The game audio is just a little low, but it's the best we can. It's the best we can do.
We're all good? Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to say go. So, all right. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So when Pancakes is talking about easier spin dashing, it's not the revs that are any easier. Those inputs are the same. It's that you're more able to start the spin dash, get into the ducking and revving state. It's a little bit more lenient on your momentum and the slopes. So that's what he meant.
Look, did you not start your game?
Oh, is mine delayed? I don't know why.
Yeah, on Blast the Process.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to use it. We're just gonna have to use their splits for minus time bonus. It's fine.
I don't know why
it's all good.
So delayed.
At any rate, Angel Island is pretty much the most normal gameplay in the entire run. So
yeah, from here we have basically crazy trick after crazy trick. It's kind of like the saving grace of all the classic Sonic games is that the first, you know, the opening zones don't really have any glitches. You're just gonna see the game.
Yep, things will start getting interesting in Hydro 2.
Well, there is something at the end of Angel Island too.
yeah, it's technically
yes.
not in the stages itself, but there is a trick to get into Hydro faster.
Yeah, and basically through a manipulation of some of the game's memory and code, we can make it so that we skip the cutscene of Knuckles breaking the bridge that leads us to Hydrocity 1. And it actually ends up being perfect because with the new layout we are currently doing Carnival Night 2, you cannot reset your game at all until after that stage, otherwise you will get stuck halfway through the trick. And alright, wonderful execution from both of our runners. We know there's a bit of separation on the streams currently, but we're still going to commentate it to the best of our abilities.
I got that's subpixel.
There's gonna be a lot of separation anyway in a while.
Yeah. So subpixels are, well, units of your location that are smaller than a visible pixel. And what happened there is the subpixels in that tunnel just said, nope, you're going the other way, like he bounced off something. There isn't much you can do other than try to hit the breakable blocks and spin dash through them in a consistent manner. But even then, sometimes the subpixels just don't play nice, and they do that to you.
I like Big John's idea of calling it Waterville. That's a good one. Alright, so here we will see HDL going for the spin dash. It looks like he got everything just fine there. And we see a quick bullying of Dr. Robotnik. Because just like in Sonic 2, despite all those astrophysics degrees, Robotnik is just as useless as ever.
Yeah, so that obviously skips the Knuckles cutscene, and that saves time. It's actually faster to reset than to watch the Knuckles cutscene, at least for Sonic, but as was mentioned before, that would mess up a trick later on in the run.
And so now we see HDL. He is up a little bit of the ways into Hydrocity 1. This is another stage where, you know, basic execution, just overall fun stage in my opinion to run. You're seeing right here, he actually switches his directions because you don't have to go fully through that loop to swap your path. Ooh, and a very good jump there to save time. I haven't seen that one yet. Good stuff,
That was a
HDL.
really good jump.
Yeah, that's
All right. And
pretty
you're seeing up
precise.
here on the boss, he's going to be doing a spin dash, and he's going to be trying to bounce off the boss roughly 6 times, or exactly 6 times. Sometimes you get all 6, sometimes you don't. That's definitely one of the more finickier bosses in the game.
I'd say it's one of the 2 or 3 worst, absolutely, if not the worst. It kind of varies depending on your approach. I have a slightly slower but slightly more consistent way that I do it, but it's obviously better if you can just get the 5 or 6 hits right off the bat. And
Also,
now,
Lake here
this is
shows
intentional.
no slouch.
What HDL just did there is die intentionally to unload Act 1 in the game's memory, and then he used a specific setup to get his subpixels in such a place that the moving wall would clip him into the floor. He then did a level wrap. So he needed to unload Act 1 in order to get the level wrap to work, and
Fucked up.
Storing the... Oh yeah, so he also messed up getting hits on Robotnik there. He was at a very precise position where he's able to, or he was going for a position where he could land on the little jet of water platform that is there and still be able to get past the little propellers on the boss.
And so if you look on Lake's screen, you can also see, so the way that he's going for the trick is actually pioneered by HDL. And so what we do is we do a one-tap spin dash, and then we begin to hold left until Sonic is standing up. We then hold down the entire time because Sonic will restand once more. You then jump at a very specific pixel, and you have, I believe it's like 35 frames to get the instant shield and everything correctly to initiate the zip. And it definitely made it, there were different, everyone kind of had a different way of going about it until that video was put out. So it was definitely a very much needed tool.
Yeah, it was actually pioneered by Tasser on request of HDL, and then he explained it. There's actually a range of frames that works. It's not just one frame. There are actually a couple ranges, and it's far more consistent than the method that most of us were using before, which you just kind of had to hope that you had a specific frame.
Alright, HDL is doing more of the screen wraps that we've seen in Sonic 2 here, and now he's in what we call the loopback area of Marble Garden 1, where he will fight the Marble Garden 2 boss, interestingly enough.
Yeah,
and this
so
allows him to skip the entire stage of Marble Garden 2.
so why the boss appears here, I don't know, it just does. But you're able to get into precise positioning by doing very small zips using spin dashes. Um, so doing a lot of very fast spin dashes is the hardest part of this trick. Uh, the setup also involves getting Tails in a precise position in relation to Sonic. If you messed it up at first, then you can. There's a backup that was figured out, fortunately, so it's not as bad as it used to be. But then you get Tails to hit the capsule.
And speaking of backups, if you look on Lake's screen, he actually missed the inputs to get to that spring there, so he had to go for the backup himself.
Yeah,
HDL currently going into Carnival Night, and we are going to see our first example, or I guess our only example of what's known as wheel glitch. And so he's going to be bouncing off of that wheel. From here on out, we will not be seeing any jumps from HDL unless they are off of a red barrel, and I don't believe he even uses that route anymore. So basically how this works is when Sonic has touched the little black wheel that's going around, and the ring boxes take you off of it, the game still thinks that Sonic has the physics that he would have if he was on that wheel. And so through a series of inputs, we are able to manipulate that and end up where HDL currently is. He is going to do his setup for killing the boss and continue. Also, good stuff to Lake for finishing the stage there.
Yeah, and you may notice Tails just in the spin dashing animation. That is just to keep him from hitting the boss when HDL does not want him to get the hit. That is arguably the trickiest part of doing this boss properly, because you want to keep wheel glitch for the skip that you're going to be seeing in Act 2.
Audio games. And also, mind you guys, the gap in times right now really aren't as crazy as what it seems. We do have about a 30 to 35 second delay on Lakeishikawa's screen. Yeah, HDL is currently in the lead, but Lakeishikawa is definitely showing that he is no slouch in his own right. So HDL going for this crazy new strat. Oh my lord.
Yeah, there are a few ways to do this, and this is the faster way. The bottom line is he's falling to the end of the stage right now, basically, using wheel glitch. And he's going to be at the boss basically now. So instead of taking...
Okay. You see it.
Yeah, instead of taking a significantly longer time... Oh, nice. Yeah, I see Tails bailing him out after he got hit away, still getting the fast boss fight.
Also, I believe it's worth noting, if you guys were watching Lake's screen, he did just go for backup. That was found by one of our community runners, Control. And basically what that allows us to do is, once you've gotten hit by the thing in the boss in the middle of the screen, you look up, locking the stage to a position, and hopefully if you've done everything correctly, Tails will jump on the boss over and over again, thus allowing him to be hit by the top. Ooh, Lake also going for the new stuff.
And also making it, by the looks of it.
Yep. Yeah, wonderful.
Indeed.
Now here, if anyone hasn't seen Sonic 3 and Knuckles in a little bit, this might be a little bit different to you. Depending on the path that HDL gets, which the goal is going to be getting Knuckles' path, we will be seeing a new boss skip that saves a couple of seconds.
There are a couple different setups to consistently get through this area without having basically you hit a sprite object and get stopped. This is Knuckles' path, so he has the setup he wants, and now he's doing some stuff off screen. The goal of this is to completely skip the boss at Act 2. So use Slope Glitch to get into the beginning of Act 2, which is technically part of Act 1, but is in Act 2's area, then level wrap, and now he's going to kind of zip around here. Not actually zipping, but like he has a setup, and if all goes well, trigger the end like he just did there. Very nicely done.
And he went into that beautiful pile of snow, just like a polar bear would from the Coca-Cola company. Remember, to our viewers out there, to enjoy a crisp, refreshing Coca-Cola. All right, and so coming up, we're going to see HDL use, I believe, a different method than what Lake is going to be going for here in Flying Battery. This method coming up was pioneered by...
This is TNT,
right? Yeah, I thought it was TNT.
Yeah, TNT314, who is a very good runner and TASer of Sonic. He's trying to...
OG in the community as well.
Yeah, he's trying to get a specific frame here on this roll, and that will trigger... Oh, he got it. That will trigger Slope Glitch, which will allow him to kind of go through the floor here. And then, more importantly, once he gets to a specific point, he's able to trigger a level wrap while maintaining Slope Glitch. Maintaining Slope Glitch is important for the next phase of the skip because there's actually a faster way to just do a level wrap than this, but that means you aren't able to survive in this area after killing the boss. You notice he's fighting Knuckles' boss, so there are two of them. You only need to kill one to finish Act 1, but there's still one remaining. So, if all goes well, he will be able to kill one of them, then get a specific timing and position set up so that he will be able to delay killing the second one long enough for the game to think, to realize he's in Act 2, basically. And then killing that boss is going to trigger the end of Act 2, and then he just has to get over here and trigger this wonderful little thing, and there it is. Sonic got through Act 2. This is an instance where he would have to reset regardless, because if he dies here, it will put him back in Launch Base 2. But the save file is set to having completed, so he is able to reset and go right into Mushroom Hill.
And we see Lake currently going for that same setup that HDL went for.
Yeah, the fortunate thing about this is that you can retry it. There's another setup for it that is slightly faster, but you cannot retry the setup. Meanwhile, HDL having a little bit of trouble with this door clip. Okay, now we got it. So what that is a very precise positioning and speed that you need in order to get clipped into the floor there, which allows you to trigger a level wrap. Now Lake getting the level wrap in Launch Base 1 on your screen, so that means you got it a little bit ago.
I totally forgot he jumps there.
Nah, Claude, don't drink water. Drink a delicious Coca-Cola instead.
Diabetes.
Shout out to Wilford Brimley.
Oh, unfortunately, Lake killing both of his bosses there. So now he has a choice of either trying this again or just completing Act 2. Act 2 is not a short stage, so this is a pretty big advantage for HDL right now, who is currently using bubble shield strats to get up on top of the level because the top path is fastest.
Alright, we'll see if Lakeishikawa goes for the old school strat here. Perfect 6-tap.
He did not get it, and then he got subpixeled there. So the game really just is not being kind to Lake right now.
This game snowballs, man. It's quite funny how it happens when one mistake happens and then the game bullies you for it.
Yeah,
HDL with some good execution using this bubble shield as well. That was a very impressive Mushroom Hill too.
For what it's worth, it is very fortunate that they both have gotten as far into the run as they have without anything calamitous happening to either of them, because it very easily could have gone very wrong for either of them much sooner.
Yeah, like you know, things can go wrong with Tails and Marble Garden depending on how you do the fight. You can get like anything happen to you on Carnival Night and get screwed. And then with Launch Base, they go for a little bit of a safer method, but the other way of the method really can lose you a lot of fast as possible. And here we're going to see, as intended, everybody get those out. Wait, do we not have FFZ here?
Nope.
Aw. Yep. Put them in there anyway. Also, Lake's showing very good route knowledge and execution currently, just to fly through the stage in the manner that he is.
It's worth noting that Launch Base 2 is a really fun stage to play. It's a shame the optimal route is to skip it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hard agree there.
Alright, so coming up here on HDL screen after he defeats this boss, he is going to kill the boss in a very specific way to obtain Slope Glitch, the same trick you've seen in Ice Cap and Wing Fortress and a few other games here. So he's going to use the Slope Glitch at the end of Act 1. He's going to carry that on to Act 2 and do a few zips and try to end up fairly close to the laser room. So watch the right side of your screen here. This trick is pretty cool. It's not a level wrap, technically. It's just a series of zips you use.
I didn't get the manipulation there. I was in the wrong position, but it's fine.
What manipulation? Is it like a Tails manip you can do, or?
No, there's a way to manipulate the object slots so that you can get a spin dash in midair, and it saves you from having to walk all the way to the right.
What? That's dope, dude. I didn't know that. Thank you for that piece of knowledge.
Very juicy little few second time save there.
Alright, and then we're going to be seeing HDL attempt laser skip. Ooh, and second try for HDL there.
And
Overall,
laser
good
skip is
execution.
huge.
Yes.
It saves over
what,
30 seconds.
Yep. I was going to say like roughly 40, right?
I think so, correct, yeah. And as you can see, we have mechanical clouds. Who doesn't love those?
Ooh, unfortunately, Lake getting crushed by the door in Mushroom Hill 1. It's okay though, not too crazy of a time loss there. Getting some Discord issues. Pancakes and everybody y'all are still here, right?
Yeah, I think we just lost Alec there for a second.
Okay, for sure. You know, 142, very nice for HDL, right?
It was a very good time. Oh, Lake got into the ground. This is... Yep, here he goes.
Yep, and nice execution by Lake. Definitely showing he has what it takes to confidently get through this run. Now we're going to be seeing Sandopolis 1, and so Sonic will be pushing the block over to a very specific pixel. And then there's also a very specific pixel that you must stand on, and I believe there's a way to check for it. I think HDL has it here.
Yeah, this trick is very similar to Metro 3 and Sonic 2.
And first try, wow.
Ooh, wow.
That was good shit, HDL. That was gross.
Oh man.
This is a hell of a marathon run right now.
No, it really is, because that trick is a gatekeeper, even when you're grinding.
Yep.
You have to manipulate Tails in the right way, and then you have to do on your end what you need to do for it to work, but... Really good execution there. And, you know, just weird things about Sonic. Sonic and Tails are actually spawned behind the pyramid there. So all you have to do is come over here, and he's gonna do the ghost spin dash on the ledge.
Yeah. It's an important piece of tech right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Sandopolis strat, it's sort of new. I cooked it up maybe a week or two ago.
Yeah, I missed when you did it live, but Lake actually went through and basically re-explained everything for me, and it definitely made the trick a lot easier. So thank you for making that resource.
I'm totally using the same concepts that HDL explained.
Yeah, and this is also, you know, another reason why we believe that these two people are so wonderful to race against each other is you really get to see a race of the old gen of Sonic runners versus the new gen. You know,
It worked.
And,
I'm
you know,
back.
both teams showing that everyone's great. Also, welcome back to Alec. You had to leave and enjoy a very tasty, refreshing Coca-Cola.
I have not. I think my Discord needs some, but at least for now, I'm back.
Well, welcome
Hey, yo,
back.
if we end up getting a Coke
lose, yeah.
sponsorship,
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. So HDL losing the lightning shield there isn't the biggest deal. It's good to have because it allows some more traversal options, but for the next glitch that he's going to be doing, it is not actually required. This is a stair clip. It's the first one in the run. You saw me do one in Hilltop 1 inadvertently.
I'm
But-
very, very sorry, by the way.
Why?
If you watch the my feed,
I'm guessing
Send
something
up
I'm
the
about to see.
you don't have the stream up. Never mind.
I have the stream. Everything seemed okay to me. What happened?
I got the stair clip first try.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, that
something
was
that-
disgusting.
Oh, wow.
Like, why are you apologizing for that, my man? Flex. He's like, I'm sorry that I'm so good.
Oh man, that,
We're off.
See,
Ooh,
what
what?
HDL just really showed us there is called a Canadian flex, where you apologize but you're really flexing.
HDL, what? I've never even seen that vertical wrap you just did. That was new to me.
Oh,
I do that one actually, so yeah,
I have to
it
learn that
saves
one.
a small
I didn't
amount of
know.
time.
Ooh, and Lake seemingly getting everything while perfectly in position, has the lightning shield for a backup. So definitely in there.
it's in.
Just like that, a phenomenal Sandopolis too.
Yeah, 216 is about as well as I've ever done that stage. Oh, unfortunately, Lake hitting the wrong part of the slope, and once you do that, unless you recognize it and jump out immediately, that's what happens. And now he has to either do Act 1 again or complete the stage normally. It looks like he's opting to just complete the stage.
I mean, there is good news. Flying Battery 2 again is a relatively fun stage to play. It's not too difficult.
It's fairly straightforward in terms of its glitchless route as well, so like it
Also,
could be worse.
HDL getting that other clip first try, while it is not as hard as any of the other little clips in the game, it is still impressive to see. Okay, I missed the spin dash. Let me turn around and get it. Very nice. Lake doing very good to
Yeah.
keep composed here, though. You know, very impressive in his own regard. HDL opting not even to go for the stair clip there, just using the tail strat. That was so it was found a little bit by Control, and there was like a faster way, more consistent way found by a couple of runners. So
Yeah, we've known it was a thing that could be done. It's just the setup for getting it done consistently was a recent development. If you go way back, that's something that Mike89 and Worcester did in their co-op runs. So, in theory, it's been known about for quite some time, but it hasn't been really part of the run until more recently.
I actually didn't know that.
And just so everyone knows, stair clips are not the easiest thing to do.
No, they
Fortunately,
require,
you can retry it, but
yeah, they require approaching at a specific velocity and angle. So if you don't have that right, then it's not going to work. So there are places you will spin dash from and jump from, and a specific jump height you'll be going for. And if all goes well, that won't take too many tries to get right.
Alright, HDL.
now you will
options
see
do
one
not
at the
go
end
for
of
the
Lava
zone.
Reef 2 here. He's going to skip the boss, the 2.5 minute auto scroller boss that we all love. Yeah, we won't be seeing that.
Yeah, that is, in my opinion, the easiest stair clip in the run. I don't know why it seems to be more lenient. It also might just be confirmation bias, but
No, I think I would say Lava Reef 1 and 2 are pretty close on how easy the stair clip is, and then like Sando 2 is just absurdly harder than all the rest.
Sando 2, like, it normally isn't that bad for me, but every now and then I just go on a horrible cold streak, whereas that rarely happens to me in either of the ones in Lava Reef. Or shall I say Lava Beef.
Lava Beef.
Lava Leaf.
Yeah, I think the Lava Reef 2 one is just easier because everything is a square angle, 90 degrees. There's no
Also, good-
sprites
good
or
stuff getting-
microslopes to get in the way.
Also, good stuff getting the laser skip.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
laser
Yeah,
skip is not easy.
Yeah, both of them got it and got it quickly, so that is definitely impressive.
Okay, so
It
what
is
I
right,
here
really-
is
that's-
the stair clip here.
Yeah, getting it second try and then getting the double spin dash through the rocks there to get into the ending of Knuckles' path.
God
very
damn it,
quickly,
HDL, you're
skipping
so
the
good.
boss.
I mean, what you are seeing right now from both competitors, but HDL especially, is one of the cleanest runs Sonic 3 Knuckles has ever seen with the Sonic category in a marathon run. And that's not taking anything away from Lake. Lake's run is also fairly clean, considering in
Yeah.
marathons this game does not seem to treat the runners well.
No,
This is
dude, this
probably
game bullies people in marathons, man.
Yeah, and HDL did a little glitch there, getting Tails into Knuckles' hitbox, and what that allowed him to do is glitch the damage so that he killed Knuckles much faster, or defeated him much faster, didn't kill him, whatever.
Is he gonna try the
Knuckles,
slinky?
get wrecked. If anybody has those DSS wreck emojis, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to spam those. Oh, so we see the slinky. Will we see the ass bongos?
Or what I like to call the stink finger.
No, I don't do that here. I do a different strat. Sorry to crush your hopes and dreams. there.
No, you're okay, man. Is every time Chronoom's doing a run, we always make a joke about how it's like a really important trick to the run.
Yeah, basically you can get Sonic to do one of two lewd things. By pressing nothing, you get the stink finger, and by getting him into the balancing animation, you get the ass bongos.
Ooh, and that was really good as well, getting that quick lightning shield from HGL.
Yep, and in Sky Sanctuary here, he tricked the game with a
Ooh, good
similar
stuff,
to a
Lake.
screen
Sorry.
wrap, but it's not exactly a screen wrap. It's just something that lets you go to the top of Sky Sanctuary here immediately, instead of going through both bosses and climbing the stage.
Yeah,
It's
Sonic
definitely a
and Knuckles-
unique trick.
Yeah, it's like every level in this game wraps, like the top of the level wraps around with the bottom, but there's usually a screen lock that prevents you from going to the other side. But for some reason in Sky Sanctuary, you can manually break the lock. So you jump from the top from rather the bottom to the top.
Death Egg 1 is a really nice technical level. I enjoy playing both Death Eggs, though. A thing will happen if all goes well in Act 2.
I would just like to
see what
note.
HDL. Sorry, fat body.
Oh no, my bad. I would just like to note that we are at a 33-minute time going to, or like midway through Death Egg 1. So, and that's not RTA minus TB. Wow. I'm really
Yeah.
curious to see what this time's going to be at the end of the run.
Me too.
You know, and like Lake showing like himself, there's no slouching on his end. You were
None at
seeing that
all.
all the tricks are getting executed the same. Also, sorry if you guys hear a tiny bit of pitter pattering in the back. It's raining outside of my house pretty heavy. If anyone hears it,
Yeah.
just tell me.
It's the rainstorm that was here for me earlier in the morning.
Yep. Came over like I need to give me some of that Colorado in my life. Become a real cloud.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I'm debating whether to even go for it or not.
Death Egg 2?
Yeah.
I mean, for the viewers out there, Death Egg 2 is, again, it's one of those... It's sub-pixel perfect, am I right, HDL?
Sort of. I'm trying to hold on. I'm on red eye right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a frame perfect jump that you need to get, and then subpixels do play a role. You can influence them to some extent, and that's what the setup attempts to do. But it's a very hard trick, and there is a possibility of soft lock. So that's the main risk in a setting like this. Does he go for it? And if he gets the soft lock, well, he has to reset. Also, fun fact, it's possible to die in that state. I've pretty much never had it happen when I do the correct setup for Red Eye, but ducking doesn't even help.
No, in
Sonic
Sonic
Survive.
3 and Knuckles, ducking does not lower your hitbox at all.
Can't remember the last time that happened at red eye.
Hey, you didn't die, man. That's all good.
Yeah.
You say that right as he dies on stream, but yeah. That was another intentional death.
Yep, similar to what we did in Hydro 2 is shown there.
So what he's doing now is he's manipulating Tails to hit that stair thing, send it down, then he's going to use it to clip into the wall. Then a precise jump and lightning shield should get him in a proper position. And he could tell that was bad, so he zipped the opposite way. And now he's just going to complete it normally. He skipped a small amount of the stage there, so it didn't really cost him time by at least attempting the setup.
Yep. Which, in all honesty, going for just the one attempt and then bailing, in my opinion, is the smart thing to do. With
I
how
agree.
scary that trick is, and the setup takes so long to set it up again. It's just well worth it to finish the stage. Just count your chickens at that point.
Yeah, and the spikes on the side of the stage are wonky when you're in reverse gravity, so that's why he wasn't taking damage there. I seem to be unusually good at being able to get hit by them, but you actually have to kind of work at it, unless you're me, apparently. I just tend to do the right or wrong things inadvertently.
There's a position you can touch it at where it'll hit you. The actual like spike collision is still there. It's just it has the wrong orientation.
Good stuff from Lake getting through that stage. Ooh, 1 second away from the legendary time of 420.
Yeah, the stair clip gave him a lot of trouble. That can happen to pretty much anyone. Like, no matter how good your setup is for that stair clip, sometimes you just don't get it right.
Tails is doing the boss skip here, trying to get over there before me.
He was like,
And
come
Lake
on,
going-
Sonic.
Lake is going for a setup here to get a little zip there. If he had got it first try, would have saved time, but just wasn't cooperating.
Welcome back, Pancakes.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to note we just cracked 100 viewers on stream. Shoutouts to everybody watching at home.
Yeah, thank you for the amazing support for the Sonic community.
Also, guys, stick around. We have some wonderful races coming up. What is our next game? It's our next game's CD11,
CD,
right? Flying
yeah.
Fox. Yep. Flying Fox versus Final Flame Tails. That's
Correct.
going to also be a wonderful race.
And we will we'll be inviting Zaxxon to the commentating booth here.
Yep.
He runs CD with Sonic, but he's going to help us with the commentary. He knows the game much better than any three of us here. So.
And if you're wondering why HDL was standing on nothing there, it's because he did a screen offset, so the ground wasn't where it appeared to be. And that just allows him to kind of cheese that boss. But the flip side is that you can fall down to your death at the far right end, so you just kind of have to play with that in mind. Anyway, HDL finishing with an excellent, excellent time. I'm sure that was about 40 minutes.
It's 38, 12, 88.
Ooh, that is so good. That is so good. And even Lake here is not far behind all that much. But we got one point for Team Man Knuckles.
Yeah, Lake is
do
on pace
do I
for,
keep
I'd
playing?
say, if you want to keep playing, we're probably going to move on to the next game. But if you want to keep playing and let us know your time when you finish, by all means.
All right. I think I'll stop here. But thanks for the race.
No worries.
Yeah, for
Thanks
sure.
for racing, dude.
Shoutouts to both of the runners. You guys really showed that you guys can hit basically every trick in this game.
What an amazing performance by both of them. It really is.
This is a very, very hard speed run, no matter what
Yes.
character he has.
There are so many little things that can go wrong on every stage of this game.
All right, so hang tight. We're going to get the next game set up and enjoy the music.